Hello friend, welcome back. From to this video, I want to change that our default when I install that Laravel Breeze authentication package. Laravel Breeze actually provided this type of one of the clean dashboard. But here I don't want to use this type of another dashboard. Here I will use another custom dashboard. I have already shared one of the file with you. So after end of this course, you will also get this type of one of the folder as a basic exercise file. So in particular that our basic project area, whatever is exactly the things I will do, everything you will get it from to this folder. So make that sure you download this folder. Into this folder area, I have shared initially some of the file, like that will be our backend theme, that will be one of the front-end theme, and both of these as HTML5 theme. And now I want to use it, that is Bootstrap 5 theme. Okay, that is a backend theme. Here if you open it, and now I want to share that things with you, what type of backend theme I want to use it in here. Simply go to that index.html file, and here I want to open it into the Chrome, and you can see there is very clean one of the HTML that is a Bootstrap, that is one of the Bootstrap 5 theme, and into there is one of the Bootstrap 5 dashboard theme. So here actually that is all the things is you will get it from here. So that is the custom theme I want to implement it in particular that position. So in here everything is ready made, like there is some of the logging page, and they have some of the register page, okay, and also there is a page error and different type of utilities, and then the calendar, the component, different type of component, like as a badge component, the alert component, accreditations component, and the card component. Everything is ready made. Right, so I hope at that point you already know a little bit the basic CSS and HTML. So if you already know it, that's totally fine, because that is one of the Bootstrap theme. Now I will actually implement this theme in our, that is the dashboard. Okay, so for the backend I will use this theme, and also for the front end, if you go again in your exercise file, there is also another theme that is one of the, if you go here, if you go to that index.html, like that is our index.html. Here if you open it, and for the front end I will use this one of the clean theme, and in here every part I will make it as a dynamic. That means everything you can able to manage it, then make it, that means for everything you can actually manage from to this our admin dashboard. Not only that, here I will also added that modern update functionality, like from here you can also able to update these things. I hope you will like it very much, because that is for the beginner level students. So if you are just started with the Laravel, so then this project will be brings you to the next level. Okay, so here that is one of the static data. So that is all that data is now static. That is one of the static website. Now we will make everything, every pages will make it as a dynamic. Okay, so if you understand that course, then any type of actually Bootstrap theme, any type of theme, you can make it as a dynamic for your client. Simply how much easily you can create some of the complete project. These sections will be help you a lot for the, especially for the beginner. Okay, now I hope you get the point. So that is will be our front-end theme, which I will load it later. And but right now I want to work for our, that is the backend theme. So if our first job will be here, I want to load this our backend theme in particular that position. So how can do this work from to the next video? Step by step I will implement this our Bootstrap theme into this our Laravel project. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to set up in our dashboard when I install that Laravel Breeze authentication. Laravel also provided this type of one of the interface. In here, I don't want to use that default one. Here, I want to load another Bootstrap admin theme, and that is the theme I want to load it in particular that position. So how can add that any type of Bootstrap theme into the Laravel project? Now everything will be very clear to you. For doing this, first of all, you simply go to your exercise file. As I told you, after end of this course, I will share this folder with you by the name as a basic exercise file. Here you will get all the things in here, and in particular that position they have one of the folder as a backend theme. Simply open it, and here you will get this theme related all that our file, and also they have some of the assets folder. your first job will be simply copy this asset folder. And now if you go to that our project and into the project area, as I told you, you will get in Laravel project area, that is also another folder as a public, and all that our theme related everything, or the CSS, JSS, images, all that assets related everything, we have to add it in particular this folder as a public folder. Simply open it, and here for better understanding, I want to create another new folder, and I just name it as a backend. That will be as a backend folder, and into this backend folder area, whatever the asset I have actually take it. Now here I want to simply paste it. Okay, so that will be our first job. Great. So here I simply take it as a assets folder, and into this assets folder, everything is ready made for this theme related. All that our assets is in here. Now we have to go back to that our theme. I want to go back to that our theme, and into this theme area that have also one of the index file. Okay, here I want to find out that index.html. So that will be actually our default one. That is our index.html. If you actually open these things in our Chrome, here actually they have some of the sidebar, they have some of the header, and also they have our main part, and then there is simple one of the footer part. So everything now is included into this our index.html, and everything is totally static right now in here. Right. So now our next job will be, we have to open that our index.html code. That means this file I want to open it. Here if you go. So before open it, I want to create another things in our view folder into the resources view. Into the resources view area here, I want to create another new folder for organize all that our admin related theme. Better I name it one of the folder name as a admin. And into this admin area, first of all, I want to create another new file, and I just name that file like as a admin underscore master dot blade syntax, because Laravel actually provided the blade syntax here. We have to use it, so our extension will be as a blade.php for all of this file. Now I simply created, and also I create another new file, and I just name that file like as index.blade.php. And then I want to create another new folder for organize all that our header footer. I name it another folder name as a body. So that will be our next job. And now I want to open that our index file. So that is our backend theme, and into this backend theme area here, if you go to that our index.html, I want to open it. Now everything right now in particular this area, that is our index.html, right? So everything, all that our header, footer related, everything is in here. Now I want to simply select it by pressing that Ctrl A. I copy it. Right now we don't need it. In our admin dashboard here, I want to paste it. Okay, so everything right now into this our admin master. So now our first job, better I want to change that our title name. Title I name it as a admin dashboard, and rest of everything I don't need it. I want to make it as a clean. And for the Bootstrap theme, they have some of the CSS file, they have some of the JSS file, they have some of the asset, and that means images. Now we have to link it, that should be supported into this our Laravel. So in Laravel, if you want to do this work, that is our public folder, that is our backend folder, and that is the asset. So first of all, I want to access that our public folder and then the backend folder. So here, if you want to access it, in that case, we have to first of all load that our blade syntax, that is our double exclamation, that means double our second bracket, and then in particular that position, that will be the asset, and asset means that will be now able to access our, that is the public folder. And into this public folder, I now want to go back to that our another folder as a backend. So I name it as a backend, and slash. After that, that is rest of our URL will be the same, because asset, then the CSS, and into this CSS area, that is our appmin.css. That means in our CSS, and that is our appmin.css. That means here rest of everything will be just like that same, only our this part will be as a common for the backend. So now I simply copy it, and here I want to actually save it, because that will be the needed multiple time. Okay, I said the backend that will be needed. Better I save it into the text. Now I copy it, and now I want to use it also. That have another CSS I want to update. That have also some of the fab icon I want to update. Now we have to simply cut it. That is the static one. Now I want to support it into this our Laravel project. Now after that, that will be as an asset and images. Now that means that should be accessed that our public folder, backend folder, asset folder, images folder, and then favicon already in here. Same things now we have to do the for our CSS. I simply cut it and here I paste it. Again, I want to do to cut it and here I want to paste it. So make that sure you update that things very carefully, rather than that will be not get any type of CSS or JSS. If it's not get that any CSS or JS file, then that theme template will be not loaded successfully. Great. So for that will be our first job. I updated all that our CSS, and also if you go to that our downside here, you will also get that our theme related JS file. Again, we have to now update. I want to copy it, the same things I copy it, and now I want to better paste it in here one by one. Now we have to paste it and we have to update that link. Okay, so from to the static one, and I want to make it as a dynamic right now. I want to support it into the Laravel, then I want to simply cut it. Again, I want to paste it into this our fast code. Now I want to cut it, here I paste it, I want to cut it and then I paste it. Again, I want to cut it from here and then I paste it. That will be another one, I cut it and paste it. That will be another one, I cut it, paste it. So here actually now this section for the basic, the beginner level students, if you are the very beginner level student with the Laravel, so Laravel will be very easy to you, because how you can actually make any type of bootstrap or any type of static page to the dynamic website. Here now everything step by step will be very clear to you. So that is, this section is for the beginner level student. So I hope you, if you are just started with the Laravel, this section will be help you a lot. Okay, that means this specific here, everything I will create it from the scratch as I told you, and everything step by step will create one of the complete dynamic project with using that Laravel 12. Okay, great. So here I successfully update that our CSS, I successfully update that our JS, which is really great. And now I want to segment our another part, like here also another important things, like that is our index.html. And if you actually noticed our sidebar that have some of the header, and also that is actually our main dashboard part, and then that is our footer. So now if you go to any kinds of other pages, like here if you go to that our component as an alert, and in this component alert, if you noticed, our sidebar will be the same, our header will be the same, also our footer will be the same, only our that is one of the part, and this part will be dynamic. That means for every places our this side, that means this portion will be changes. If you go to that accounting, here you can see sidebar, header and footer is the same, only this part will be changed. So I want to now segment that our total theme. So here if you want to segment theme, first of all I want to find out our sidebar related code, our header related code, and then our footer related code, and rest of our this part will be our another part, that means our main part. Okay, so how you can do this work? For doing this, in that case we have to go back to that our theme, and in here that have also for every perfect theme you will also get some of the code. Like here you can see there is some of the comment already in here. There is a body is started from to these positions. Here I have already updated that our CSS. Now I want to do that, I want to minimize it. Okay, I want to minimize it. I want to make it as a very in our full screen. And in here, first of all, that is actually our top start, which is fine, and that is our top started custom. Here you can also minimize it. If you select this div, and this div is started, this div is ended, if you also click it, and you can see that is actually our top bar. Fine, that is also another one as a sidebar. Top bar means which one? Top bar means that is actually our top bar related code. That is our sidebar related code, and this sidebar related code as a also they have some of the comment as a left sidebar. If you also select this div and this div you minimize it, you can see that is also some of the comment has a left sidebar is started, left sidebar is ended, top sidebar and started, top sidebar is ended. So here better I want to simply open it here into this body area. I want to create another 3 of this file. One that will be as a header .blade.php. I want to create another folder, that file into this our body folder, that will be as a footer .blade.php, I want to take another one as a sidebar. Okay, that will be the sidebar.blade.php. So that is the three of this file I simply created. Now from to this our admin master, here actually I want to make these things that should be very clean. So that is our top bar. Top bar means our header part. I want to simply cut it, and now I want to take it into this header area. Here I simply paste it. So everything our header related into this our header blade. And now in here we have to import it. So in Laravel also there is another function as an include function. So that will be include, and include, I want to include our which file. I want to include that is our admin folder, and then the body folder, and also that is suggested, and that is our header, right? So that is the header code. Now this code that should be loaded from here. Great. Then same things I want to apply it for the sidebar. Here I want to cut that our div by div. I simply cut it. I have minimized this div, and now I want to go to that our sidebar. Into the sidebar blade that I have created, here I want to paste it. Lot of code is in here. Don't worry, that is all that our static code. One by one, literally one by one I will actually update it. But right now that is a sidebar related code. I simply simply take it from to this our admin master. Again now we have to call that our include. Our right now our include will be admin body, and then that will be our another one as a sidebar, right? So that will be the side and then the bar. Great. Now our sidebar that should be also included. Perfect. And now after that, that is actually our main content part, and in here that is our dashboard. That means here if you go to that our template, and if you go to that our index into this area, that is actually our dashboard part. So this part I also want to take it, and this part will be actually comes from to the our content, right? That is our content page, and that is also another div as a content. So I want to minimize the second one, and you can see they have also one of the comment as a this div is started, and this div is also highlighted. That means that is actually started from here, that is ended from to this position. And this part I want to simply take it. I want to take it for our index. Okay, that is file I have already created as index. So in particular that positions, first of all, if you want to take it here, I want to first of all we have to exclude it. So that will be as extend. I want to call it as the extend, and extends will be which one? Extend will be our admin, and that is our admin master, right? That is in our admin folder, and that is our admin master. And then we have to call one of the section, because this part will be the same for all. So I make it one of the section, and section name I name it as a ID, one of the ID. And also here we have to end this section. I make it as a and that will be as a and section. Great. So now here I want to simply take it from to this head master. That is actually our content part, and this part I want to simply cut it. And now in our index area, in particular that our section admin ID, here I want to paste it. That will be your job. Okay. So they have so many things. Don't worry about it. But here actually started from to this our content. Now this part, as I told you, this part will be changed for our every places. Right, so that is the reasons there is also another function we have to call it. That will be as yield. Okay, that is yield, and yield ID will be which one? Here we have to pass one of the ID, and into this index area I have already defined that ID name that should be as admin. So here I want to pass it by the name as admin. Great. And now after that, there is a footer part. Also footer is started, footer is ended. I want to simply cut these things from here, footer. And now there is a footer I have already created. In here I want to paste it. So now I want to simply load it. I want to load the same include. Better I copy it. And that is a footer is started, footer is ended. I want to include the body will be as a footer. That is a footer I have already created as a footer FWTER. So that is actually our footer. That's all. Now you can see our admin dashboard is very clean. If we change something in our header, we simply go to our header, we can change it. If we want to change something in our sidebar, that is our sidebar component, here we can able to change it. But right now our this part actually after that our content page, that is one of the EL part, because always our header, footer and sidebar will be the same. Always our this part will be changed. And this part I have already take it into this our index. Okay, and into this index area now I extended that our admin dashboard. So here when I added that our admin, that is admin master, in our admin master that will be input in here. That means if you go to that our admin master, so it should be actually first of all load all that our admin master related CSS. They have some of the JS file. It should be also take that our header. It should be take that our sidebar, and also it should be take that our footer. Okay. So, and also it's getting that it should be get that our all that our JS file. So now that's all you have to do. So if you understand this customization, you can actually change any type of Bootstrap theme as per your demand. All the theme functionality will be just like that same. So now I click as a save all. Now our next job will be here when I install that Breeze. Breeze provided one of the route view page as a when I successfully access that our / dashboard, and this dashboard actually comes from where? If you go to that our web.php in our route, and that is our web.php. In here, if you notice, it's actually written that our / dashboard, and for the / dashboard that is written on the view page, and view page as a dashboard. That means when you install that our Breeze also created some of the file. As I told you before, it's created on the component. Into the component means that is our dashboard related. Everything is in here, and that is actually one of the default file as a dashboard blade.php. So right now I don't want to use it. Here I want to use our, that is the things I have created in our add view admin folder, and that is the index I want to done to access. So here I want to change it. I name it as a first of all that should be go to the our admin. Then I want to access that our index. So here when it should be access that our admin index, what exactly that will be do? I show you, click as a save all. And now when you change anything into this our web.php, always we have to run one of the command. So here I want to run one of the command as a php artisan, and then the optimize. Okay, now click as a enter. So when you run it as a php artisan optimize, that will be remove all that your caches data. It should be remove this caches data from to the config, event, route, and the view. So make that sure you run it. Now let's check this out. If you now go to that our / dashboard, now that should be changed. If you now refresh it, yes, you can see perfectly updated that our theme custom thing as a admin dashboard. Our sidebar is successfully loaded. Our JS file is successfully loaded. Our header is successfully loaded. Image is missing because here I didn't actually put that link for the image, which I will do that things later. Now that is our header is loaded, and that is our index file is loaded, and also the footer is loaded. Everything works successfully. And now if you, as I told you, if you now go to that our admin master, it's very clean. If you don't want to use that header, simply remove this header. Now click as a save all. Now that should be not load that our header. Refresh it. You can see header is not visible. Same as if you don't want to use that our sidebar, remove it. Now click as a save all. Now that is actually imported, that is our sidebar. Refresh it. You can see sidebar is not loaded. Okay, simple one of the job. And now here I have already passed it. It should be access that our index. Index means there is an index file, and into this index file I have already loaded that our admin master, and into this admin master I have already loaded that our CSS, JSS, header, footer, sidebar, everything is in here. Right, so that is the reasons now it successfully loaded our everything. Now I want to better make it okay. Here I want to load that our sidebar. Click as a save all. Now if you go refresh it, now everything is really great. I hope friend you get the point how can customize any type of Bootstrap theme in your project, and also our CSS, JSS, everything is successfully working. Great. Now our next job will be here. Right now we don't need it. I want to close it, and now that is our admin theme. Here I want to better take it because multiple things also we can copy it from to this our theme area. Now that is our dashboard is successfully done. So next video I want to do, right now I'm already logged in. So next video I want to call that our logout functionality that is also ready made in Laravel Breeze. I will only call that our route, and throughout this route I want to do unto log out. So how can do this work in our next video? Step by step I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we are successfully able to load that our Bootstrap template, right? Bootstrap our dashboard. We successfully able to load it in our Laravel project. So now, friend, in this video, I want to first of all complete that our logout functionality. Like into this our theme area, that is one of the menu, and into this menu that is one of the logout. So in here I want to call another new route. Okay, so let's do that work. For doing this, I want to go and I want to find out that our header. So header, I have already separated this one, that is in our admin, body, and the header. Right now footer, sidebar, index, I want to better minimize it. And here admin master, that will be also not needed. Here I want to open that our header, and into this header area, if you go to that our downside, that is actually one of the menu as a logout menu. And into this logout area, we have to create another new route name. Here I want to do in our headif, I want to simply define one of the route. So that is how you have to actually call that some of the route name. Like I want to use one of the route name as a admin and then the logout. Okay, logout. So that is the admin logout I want to create. So here you have to actually understand the process, how that is step by step process you have to actually done it. So like right now, first of all, here I name on the route name as the admin logout. So now that is the route we have to create in our web.php. So when I install that Laravel provided default one of the controller, and that is the controller as a profile controller. So right now that is the controller, you can able to access it in our HTTP controller, and that is actually default profile controller. So throughout this controller, we will manage all that our functionality. As I told you, here with this we can manage that our functionality. Throughout this model, we can actually handle that all the database, and for the display all the data, we have to use it into our resources view page. Right now, I want to create on the new controller for admin. Let's do that work. So how can create the controller? If you want to create this controller, in that case we have to go our Laravel, and that is our basic. And if you create that on the new controller, like I named here, we have to run this command. So that is all that your basic command here. We have to actually remember it. So here that will be the PHP artisan, and then the make. That will be as a controller, and I want to create on the new controller by the name as the admin controller. Okay, so now that will be actually our command as a PHP artisan make controller, and now I have defined one of the controller name as a admin controller. Now click as enter. Now you can see it's created one of the new controller in our controllers folder as a admin controller. The admin controller created successful. So now I want to go back here into this controller, that is our admin controller. So now if you go to that our web.php, in here first things we have to do, we have to load it. That means here we have to use it in our web.php area that I have already created in our controllers folder. Now I have created another new controller as admin controller. I copy it. Now that will be our admin controller. So make that sure here you have to import it. And then I want to create on the new route. Our route path actually that will be like this, where I copy it, and now here after that I simply paste it. That will be as a route, and route our patch, I have used it as a patch. So here I want to use it as a get. So that will be as a route and the get method, and into this get method area, now our controller name, I want to access that our controller as a admin controller. So here I want to replace it as a admin controller. Here we have to define one of the route name, and that will be our route. Okay, that means function name, that will be the method name, and that will be our route name. So into this our header, I have already defined that our route name, that will be as a admin logout. I copy it. Now in our web.php, here we have to define that our route name will be as a admin.logout, and our URL I want to use it as a admin. Okay, admin and /logout, whatever you choose. Now I name it as admin logout, and now in our admin controller I want to create one of the method as a admin logout. Great. Now this type of one of the method we have to create it in our admin controller. Now if you go to that our admin controller, here as I told you, when I install that Laravel also provided default one of the route. Remember, before I have already discussed about that things with you. Here if you run as a PHP artisan, artisan, and then route and route list. And into the route list area, Laravel also provided one of the default logout method. And into this default logout method, that is actually comes from our auth, and that is our authenticated session controller, one of the method as a destroy method. So here's already ready-made. You can also copy it. In that case, we have to go to this our controller auth authenticated session controller, and in here that is default one of the method as a destroy method. So that will be do that our auth is default one of the Laravel provided one of the default middleware as a auth middleware. Simply remember it, because this auth middleware will be needed multiple time. Throughout this our auth middleware, that will be checked this user is logging or log out. And so that is our auth. That will be guard, and guard by default Laravel using as a web guard. Before I have already discussed about that things with you. Here if you go to this our auth, okay, that means that is our if you go to the config folder, there is also another folder as a config, and into this config folder if you go to that our auth.php, Laravel by default use that guard as web guard. So that is actually important if you handling with the multi user. So right now in for particular the basic project, I don't have that multi guard, as always that will be as a one single user. So that will be as a guard, will be as a web guard. So right now that's simply for education purpose I want to discuss about that things with you. Now that is totally fine. So that is our authenticated guard, that is a default, and that method as a logout method. Here if you go, Laravel also provided there is a logout method that will be executed our this one. So now I want to simply copy this total method from here in our authenticated session controller. I copy it. And now I want to go back to that our admin. In here I want to paste it. So right now there is a redirect response that will be not needed. Here I want to simply remove it. Okay, here I remove it. I simply remove that things from here. So friend, that's all here you have to do. You have to simply call it, and also when you use that as the auth, we have to also import this auth. If you go to that our authenticated session controller, here there is a auth. Better I copy it. Now I want to also support it in here in our admin controller, that is our auth. I have loaded this auth that will be execute our logout method, and rest of everything same. And here I want to make it that should be return redirect to our /logging page, not that our home page. Okay, so I make it as a /logging because they have also another logging page. Now that should be when you make it as a logout, that should be return redirect to that our logging page. Okay. So, and also they have some of the image. If you also want to update this image, you can actually update it in our header. Into this header area here, if you go, you can see that is actually one of the image. I have already take it as a asset and the backend. That will be needed multiple time as I told you. So here I paste it. Same logic here. I want to cart it and I want to paste it. Okay, so now this image that should be also display. Now let's check this out, it's actually working successfully or not. Click as a save all, and also here I have updated that our web.php. So also make that sure we have to run it. We have to run that our command as a php artisan optimize. Now click as a enter. All that our cache data is removed, and now I want to go back to that our project. If you refresh it, now I want to, you can see the image is successfully visible, the demo image. Now if you click as a logout, now that should be returned direct to our logging page, and you can see it's getting it one of the admin logout. Sorry, there is a call undefined method, admin controller as a admin logout. Let's check this out, what exactly the issue. Here I want to go back here, that is on the get method. I name it as a admin logout, which is fine. So where exactly the issue? Admin logout. Here I want to update it only. That will be as a admin logout. I use it as a admin logout on the distro. You can see I didn't change that our method name. So here that should be our method name will be as a admin logout, right? I copy it. Now here that will be our method name will be as admin logout. That my mistake. I hope you get the point. Because here I have already defined it our admin logout, and in our admin controller our method name will be as admin logout. So now in our admin controller I name that our method name will be as admin logout. Now that's fine. Now click as a save all, and also better on to put some of the note for you, that is our and method. So that is actually one of the method, which method I have created from here to here. Okay, now click as a save all, and now I want to check it again. I want to go back, I want to refresh it. Now user, you can see user is not log out, because when you log out you cannot able to access that our slash dashboard. Now click as a log out. Let's check this out. Perfect. Now we are successfully able to log out, and it's return redirect to our slash logging page. It because of all here I have already done it into the session area. It will be remove all the data, and that will be return redirect to our slash logging, and slash logging means that is actually our slash logging page. How to do this work? I hope, friend, the concept is very clear to you. Now if you logging with the user, I logging the user, password 1234567 logged in successfully. We are able to logged in right now. And now if you want to log out, so here I make it as a log out, successfully log out. And when you will be as a log out, you cannot able to access that our dashboard. It should be return redirect to you to the logging page. Okay, which is really great. So as I told you, Laravel also by default one of the middleware as a auth middleware. Throughout this auth middleware, that will be actually executed all that our functionality. This data you can also access it in our route, into this route area. That is actually one of the middleware, and in the guest, everything actually ready made. You can see, as I told you, that is actually our auth, and with this auth that will be checked that our user is logging or not. For the access that our verify email, password confirmation, all the default route. You can see there is a post method as a logout. So all the default one, you can also able to access it into this our auth.php. But right now that will be not needed. Web related everything, I will create these things in our web.php. In our next video, I want to do here that is also one of the logging page, and this page actually comes from to the our Breeze authentication. So here I want to change it. I want to use that our as per our theme related that have also another logging page. So this logging panel, I want to load it in particular that position. So how we can do this work in our next video, I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete that our logout functionality. Now in this video, when that will be returned direct to our logging page, and this logging page actually comes from to the default when I install that Laravel Breeze, right? There is a Breeze also provided this type of another logging page. Now I want to replace it with our theme logging page. Very easy process. Let's do that work. For doing this, first of all, we have to find out where exactly this page, right? That is a file location, as I told you before. Right now, I want to close everything. Okay, I want to close it, And now that is actually file when I install that Breeze. Breeze provided this file that is our auth, and into this our view auth, and that is our logging blade. So that is our default one. Here there have only two fields. One of the things will be needed as email. ID will be as the email. Our type will be email, name will be email, and also another one as a password. ID will be password, type will be password, name will be password, and also default method will be as a post method. Actions default, that is also Laravel Breeze provided, one of the logging route. Here only we have to call it. Rest of everything will be just like that same. So I will get all that our references from to this our logging page. So before access this our logging page, I want to go to that our theme, and into this theme area I want to access that our page name. If you go to that our theme as a auth logging.html, I want to go and find out it, and that is our auth logging.html. Simply I want to open it. Okay, here I want to open it. That is our auth logging.html, and that is our default file as a logging blade. Better I copy it. Okay, I copy everything from here, and I want to make it as a clean. And this file I want to save it in here. Okay, I simply save it. That means not the save. I just simply paste it because I will actually get that things from here. Make that sure you save in some of the places. Now our default auth.html. Here I want to copy everything. I copy it. Now we don't need it, and in our logging, in our auth logging area, I want to paste it. So here also they have some of the JS file, and also they have some of the CSS file. Again, we have to update it. First of all, I want to update the our title. That will be as a logging. I want to use it as a logging page. Okay, that will be the logging page. And then same functionality here we have to do. That means we have to run that our asset and backend. We have to support these things in our Laravel project. Now we simply paste it. I paste it for the CSS and JSS and also for the images. Now I want to cart it. Okay, same process. Here we have to paste it. I want to cart it, and then I want to paste it. I want to cart from here, and I want to paste it. And also they have some of the JS file. This JS file also we have to support. Again, I want to copy it, and then here I want to paste it, and one by one, again we have to actually add this, because that is actually one of the separated file. Here I only wanted to support. I cart it and I paste it. I want to cart it, and here I paste it. I want to cart it and then paste it. I want to cart it and then paste it. That is another one. I want to cart it and paste it. That will be another one. I cart, paste. Okay, I don't want to actually escape anything from the sketch. How can actually develop one of the complete dynamic project, I will show you. Okay, now our CSS and JSS is fine. And now if you go, they have the so many code into the right place. Better I want to take it little bit left side. Here if you select it, that is on the div, and div I want to take it a little bit left side throughout that our shift tab. Okay, here I want to take it. Perfect. So now our another things we have to do, like here if you go, first of all, that have one of the form, right? So if you select this form, or if you minimize it, so there is a form is started, form is ended. So that is actually the things will be needed. Here I want to take it a little bit left side, and into this form area here, as I told you, if you now go to that our default one area, that is one of the form. Method will be as a post. I want to take it here. I want to use it as a method, will be as a post method. Action will be as a this one, default one. I copy it, and now in here I want to use it. Action will be as a default route, okay, as a logging. And also another form area we have to add that our CSRF. I simply copy it. Now that will be as a CSRF. Great. And also here you can see there is equal to two of this field in our theme as the email and also the password. As I told you, here only that will be needed our type, ID here if you go, that will be type, ID, type will be email, and then the our ID will be email and name will be email. Okay, there is a three things that is important. So I want to update it. That will be type is already in here as email, ID I name it as email, and also I define another one as a name, and this name will be as an email. Okay, in our default one, that is the input field name as a email. And now I want to also update the same for our password. I copy it. That means here for the password, type will be as a password, ID already as a password. Only one field will be needed, that is the name. Okay, I want to take it. That will be the name as a password. So friend, that's all you have to do. Okay, then forget password, everything that you can, if you want to use it, you can use it. Other than I want to make it as a clean, as a remember me. If you select this dev is started, dev is ended, I want to remove it. Okay, so now if you click it as a save, I simply save this file as a locking plate. Let's check this out. By default, that is already ready made for, which is actually provided from our Breeze Authentication. Now that should be work. If you now go, I want to go back to our default logging. Now if you refresh it, perfectly loaded, right? That is perfectly loaded. And also our form that should be work. If you use it as a admin, as a user@gmail.com. I want to use it as a user@gmail.com, password 1234567 Now if you logged in, you can see that is successfully working, right? It successfully returned direct to our dashboard page. From here, if you log out, that is also successfully working. As I told you, Laravel Breeze already provided all that our functionality in here, right? So that is our functionality is already ready-made. Our form area, that is action is ready-made. I simply replace that input field name, and also I replace that our action. That's all you have to do. So right now we don't need this default file. I want to remove it. And that is our locking. I replace it with our theme. And also they have some of the images I want to update. Better I copy it. And here, if you now go, there is a locking with the sign up. This portion, I don't want to actually use it. here if you want to remove like there is a close sign up, you select this div, another div, better want to take it into the left side by pressing that shift tab, and then there is also another div, and these two of these things that will be not needed. Here if you minimize it, there is a selected, div is started, div is ended. I want to remove it, and there is a quick effectable, this all actually another one. So in particular that position, that is also one of the image, and there is a SVG image. Here I want to update it, asset backend, and then that will be SVG. I cut it and here I paste it. So now that should be work. Now click as a save all, and now if you go refresh it, that is SVG successfully work. Everything is clean, and also there is a logo is missing. That means here another image that will be needed. Here if you go, you can see there is a clear on the asset image. We have to support it throughout that asset backend. I want to use it, asset backend. I simply cut it and here I paste it. So if you also want to use any type of new logo, you can actually change it. Simply go to your backend asset folder, edit some of the images as per your demand. That will be also totally fine. If you want to use some of your company logo, you can actually use it. But right now, I think that is very clear. Now that is successfully visible. So a logging page, we successfully able to replace it, right? And there is a forget password here. When you click it, that should be returned here to our forget password. If you also want to add that link, that is a register. Better want to use that link here. If you go, that is actually our sign up. So the sign up, there is also another default route. Here you have to call it as a route, and route name as a register. Okay, that will be the register. Now that should be returned here to the register. Perfect. Okay, and don't have any account. I don't need this one. I want to better remove this one. Don't have any account. There is a clear forget password. If you also want to update that our route, you can also able to use it. Our forget password, route name. If you go to that our route list, you can see there is a clear forget password. That will be actually forget password. Here if you go, and if you already added that name, that means that will be our route. Sorry, that will be the route, and route will be as a forget. Okay, forget, and then the password. So better I want to use it as a forget password. Okay, now that will be actually our route. It should be returned here to our forget password page. Great, and also I updated that our sign up for the register. If you now click as a save all, great, and then there is a forget password that will be not needed. Here I don't need this. I want to remove it. Okay, I have already discussed about that things with you. I want to make this our login page that should be as a clean. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go, if you refresh it, now that is really great. If you now click as a sign up, that should be returned here to our /register page, and that is our login page. Okay, now we successfully replaced that our login page as per our theme. In our next video, I will do the same things for the register, and this register page also comes from to our Breeze default page. Now I want to change it. I want to use it in our theme area. Here if you go, there is also another authentication for the register. So same things now I want to apply it for our register. Okay, so how can do this work? In our next video, I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully updated that our login page as per our theme. Now I want to work for that our sign up page. So that will be just like the same page, only now our field will be a little bit different. Like right now for the login, there is a 2 field, but for the sign up that have actually 1, 2, 3, 4 field. Right, so now that is first of all, we have to find out that is a register page. This page comes from our register. That means here we have to go to that our auth, and then that is actually our register. That is a default one. Everything I will use the same as a register, and they have the 4 field. One is the name field, another is the email field, password field, and password confirmation field. That's it. Okay, so now first thing I want to better take it from the recovery. I copy it, the register, and now I want to open another new tab, and in here for check these things, I want to simply take it in here. Okay, so I will get some of the references from here. Now there is a register. I want to simply remove everything from to the login page. I want to copy everything. Okay, I copy it. Now in our register page, I want to paste it. Okay, because our layout will be just like that same. Only now here we have to add that multiple field like as a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that should be as a 4 of this field. I simply take it. I want to update that our title, that will be for the register. Okay, name it as a register. Okay, register page. I update the title, and rest of everything I have already update for our logging, which is fine. And here first things we have to change that our route name. I want to get all the references from our default one, which I have already take it in here. Like that will be our route name will be as a post method, that will be as a register and CSRF token. I want to replace it as a register, post method and CSRF token. Then our first field, here our first field name, that will be as a name. I want to update it, that will be as a name. And here our same, we have to define that name. Our type will be text type and name will be as a name, right? So now I want to update that our ID will be as a name. Name will be as a name, field will be as a name, and type will be, I make it as a text type. That's all. And if you also want to update some of the placeholder, you can update it. That is enter your name, and then our another field, that will be as an email. I copy it. Now that will be here as email address type email, ID email, name email, which will be just like that same. Here we don't need to change anything. Great. And now after that, that will be another field name as a password. I copy it. Now I want to update here as a password. That will be the same. Type will be password, name will be password, ID will be password. Okay, so now I want to update it as a type will be password, ID will be password, name will be password, placeholder will be enter your password. Okay, and then our another field will be as a password confirmation, as a confirm password. I copy it. Our field name will be as a password, confirm password, and for the confirm password, there is a type will be password, ID will be password confirmation, name will be password confirmation. Default one I want to actually use it. I copy it, and now in here I want to update that name will be as a password confirmation, type will be password, ID will be password confirmation. That's all you have to do. And that will be, I want to change that our button name as a register, register. That will be as a register. Okay, friend. And rest of everything I want to use the same. You can also change it as a don't have an account. From here you can actually logging that our logging page. I just make it as a 1 to logging. Okay, 1 to logging. Then that will be going to our logging page, that means our sign in page. Sign in, and for the sign in route, here I want to define that our route name as a logging. That will be as a logging route. That's all. Okay, so now that is actually our form area. There is a button already type as a submit type. That is our password confirmation. Another is a password, another is email, and that is the name. And that is our route name I define as a register. That's all. Now click as a save all. And now if you go, now there is a register that should be changed, perfectly updated as a register page. And that is all that our field. And now if you also want to check it, like right now, if you go to our database, I have only one as a user. Now I want to add another one as a admin @gmail. First of all, that is a name, right? But I want to use it as a Aryan, and I name it as Aryan @gmail.com. Password, I use it as Udemy 123. Sorry, that will be Udemy 12345. Password, confirm password as Udemy 12345. Now I want to check it our register is working or not. Click as a register. Perfect. That is successfully also okay. Now it is successfully created on the new user, and this user, if you're ready, now it's return redirect to that our dashboard. If you now go, that should be another one as a Aryan @gmail.com, password as a hash password, role as a user, status as a 1. Great. That means now we are successfully able to update our both of this page. Click as a logout. Successfully updated that our logging page from our default one to our as per our theme design, that is a sign up page. For the register page is also successfully updated. I hope friend the concept is very clear to you. But here one of the issue into the default one here, if you actually put some of the inappropriate email and password, click as a logging, and you can see it's not able to logging, but also it's not give you any type of validation error message. So here if you want to show some of the default Laravel also provided on the default our credential error message, how can display some of the credential error message in here. In our next video I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully update that our register page as per our theme design, and also our login page is done. So here friend, I am using the default our theme logo. So here if you want to actually change it, if you want to use your custom logo, simple process. Here you have to go to that your login page or register page. Here you will get this type of one of the asset. Simply add your company logo, in particular that assets folder, images folder area. Simply added your company logo and just update that name with the extension. Then that will be actually display your company logo in here. Okay, but for education purpose I am using the same things. I hope if you want to change it, you can actually change it. Now in this video I want to discuss about another things, like here I have already registered two of this user, right? One of the user@gmail.com, another is the aryan@gmail.com. So both of these user I have created. Now if you actually put some of the inappropriate email address and the password which is not exist in our database, if you now click as a login, you can see you cannot able to access that our dashboard, which is fine. That means our credential is working successful, but here it's not display any type of error. What exactly the things is happening in here, right? So here I have actually installed that Breeze authentication, and for the Breeze if you go to that our login form, you can see I am using the default one of the route as a login route. Same things I have used it for the register. So both of these actually created by the Breeze package. When I installed that Breeze actually provided this type of all that our default route. So Breeze also provided this type of one of the functionality show that all the default authentication, that means default that our credential error message. So everything is ready made. So here if you go to our route list, that is PHP artisan route list, into this route list area, if you access that our logging page actually working from where? That is working from to this our authenticated session controller, that is the create method, right? That means if you go to that our auth, that is our auth, and that is our authenticated session controller, and that is actually our create method, and it's actually access that our auth and logging page, and that is our store method, and into this store method area, that is our authenticated by this, that will be actually executed this functionality. So now everything is ready made. Only now we have to show that our default credential error message. How you can do this work? For doing this, we have to go to that our logging page. Okay, into this logging page area, I want to show some of the error message, like here into this our form area. After that CSRF token, I want to simply added one of the if condition. I just put one of the if condition, and into this condition area, I want to use it as a session. So that is a session, and that is actually our default code. Here we have to run it. If to the session area, if there have any error, okay, if there have any error, I want to show this error. But I want to take one of the dev, and into this dev area, I want to use some of the bootstrap class name. I name it as a alert. Okay, that will be the alert danger. That is one of the bootstrap class. I want to call it, and in here I want to visible it. That is our session. That will be as a session, and session area, if there have any error, then that will be display this error. Okay, here you have to do this work, and this error that should be displayed in our which place, like here for the email. So that is our input field, and before that our input field our dev. Here I want to put another error condition, so that will be as an error. That is error started and error will be ended. And into this arrow area, our field name is which one? Our field name here, I name it as a email. So that is our email field. And into this email field area here, I want to simply use one of the small, okay, a small tag. I want to use it. And in here, I want to visible that message. So this message is also default, one of the message, which is comes from the Breeze authentication. So that will be the message keyword. Okay, message, I want to simply call it. And here also better I want to use that on the bootstrap class name. I want to use it as a text will be as a danger. Okay, that's all. So now here I simply update that our error will be for which one? Error will be for that our name as an email. And also better I copy it, and the same things I want to use it for the password field. That is another input field area. Sorry, I want to go. That is our another input field, and then into this input field area I want to paste it. Now that is our field name. Our field name is in here as a password. I want to use it as a password. So into the password related, if there have any error message, that should be also displayed our credential error message. So laterly, I will also add some of the validation with the JavaScript. I hope you will like it very much. But right now, I think that is totally fine. So if this into the session area, if there have any error, now that should be display this error. After that, our input field area, I have actually loaded this our error message. Now that should be displayed in here. Let's check this out. Here, if you now click as a save all, and now if you go, I want to refresh it. And right now I put some of the inappropriate email address, inappropriate password. Now click as a login. Yes, you can see it's now successfully display our this credential do not match our record. So this the message, I didn't actually load it. Here it's actually provided from to the Breeze, which I have already installed it, and that is the Breeze message. If there have any error, then that should be get this our credential error message, and that is the things is visible after that our input field, and that is the error message, and this error message is successfully visible. That means now you can well understand that is whatever the email and password you have actually added, that is not appropriate. So that is the reason is display our credential error message. But here if you put your appropriate email address, like I'm on to logging with the user, and if for the user password I have set it as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now if you logged in, then both of this is fine. Now you are able to successfully access that our dashboard. Okay friend, how to do this work? I hope the concept is very clear to you. So now friend, in our next video, I want to do into this our dashboard. They have the so many unnecessary menus. I want to simply refresh it. Which things will be needed? I want to simply add it, and rest of all that our aesthetic things I want to remove it. So then that will be actually clean. Okay, I want to make it as a clean. So first of all, I want to complete this part. Then we have to do a lot of work that which user is logging this user image name that should be display. User can able to update their account, user can able to update their change password functionality. So everything one by one I will cover. So in our next video I will make this our admin panel as a clean. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have displayed that our credential error message. Now in this video, I want to make this our dashboard that should be very clean. So how can do this work? Like first of all, I want to start with our menu. So into this menu area, that should be one of the dashboard, and rest of I only want to take two of this menu, and rest of everything I want to remove it. Laterally when that will be needed, one by one, I will add these things in here. Okay. If you want to do this work, we have to go to that our project. Right now we don't need it. I want to go to that our admin, into this admin that is a body, and I want to go to that our sidebar. And into this sidebar area here, first of all, that is one of the images. They have one of the images missing. I want to update that image. Our process will be same. I better copy it as an asset, and then the background. That means backend. Here I want to update it. There is one. I paste it. There is another one. I paste it, and also I paste it. Okay. So now I want to simply update that our image. Now I simply cart it, and that will be here. I want to cart it, that will be here. I want to cart it. Now that is actually for our different mood that should be display our image. That means if you now click as a save all, And now if you go refresh it, now you can see our logo is visible. So that is our dashboard. Dashboard related, they have the no drop down menu will be needed. That will be actually like that our calendar, only single will be enough, right? So for that reasons here I want to do and you can see that is actually our menu, and into this menu area that is our dashboard, and they have the two. So right now I don't want to do these things like that way. Better I want to go to that our calendar. If you go, that is the our calendar, where exactly it is. You can see that is a calendar li. So simply I copy this li, and now I want to go to that our top, like that is our dashboard. Here you can see that is a clear dashboard. That is on the li started, li is ended. Here I want to simply take it in here. I paste it. Now that will be the name as a dashboard, and for the dashboard that will be one of the our icon that will be not the calendar. Here I want to use it. Our icon will be as a home. Okay. And now I want to check it. If you now click as a save all, now if you go refresh it, now yeah, perfect. That is a home or the dashboard. Now I don't need this. I want to remove it. Here I want to simply select it as a selected. li is started, li is ended. When you remove something, always make that sure that is selected. Select by select, you have to remove it. Then that will be actually easy. I simply remove it. Now that is also done. I don't need it. Here that is our dashboard, and for the dashboard I can also use that our route, because for the dashboard they have already one of the route. I want to use it. That will be as a route, and route name I want to use it as a dashboard. So that will be our dashboard route, right? Because if you go to that our web.php for access that our dashboard, our route name as a dashboard. So that is the reasons here I simply added that our dashboard. Now that should be into our dashboard page. Click as a save all, and now if you go, if you refresh it, and now if you click it, that is accessing, that is our dashboard. That is fine. And also here I only want to do, I want to take two, and rest of everything I want to remove it. Here if you go, now after that there is a pages, there is a authentication, like there is a so many sub menu. I only want to take two, and rest of everything I want to remove it. Okay, I want to remove it. That is also another one is the error page. I want to take two of this menu, and another one I want to remove it. Always li by li remove it. Click as save all. Now if you go refresh it, now there is authentication, there is a 2 error, there is a 2. Fine. Okay, and there is utilities calendar. I want to remove everything. If you select this li, or you can also minimize it, you can see that li started, li is ended. I want to remove it. Calendar, we don't need it. I want to remove it. And for the general, I also want to take only one. Like that is a ul, they have the so many. I want to better remove it. You can see that there's so many menus I want to remove. There is a last one as a typology. Now I want to remove it. Okay, and now there is a widgets. If you select it, there is a widgets. If you click as a save all, and now if you go, I want to refresh it. Now that is very clean. Okay, it's very clean. And the component, they have only two menu. Widgets is the fine, and here also I want to, from to the icon, I want to actually remove everything. I want to go back here, and now I want to find out that icon, that is our icon. I want to take it, and rest of all that our li by li, I want to remove it, minimize it. Li started, li is ended, selected, I remove it. Another one I select it and remove it. Another one I select it and then I remove it. Another one, that is the last one, I want to remove it. Okay, so now that is very clean. And also there is our total ul, and there is a total ul. I want to better take it a little bit left side. Okay, so that is ul is started from here. I want to take it throughout that our shift tab. Now that is into the right position. Okay, now if you click as a save all, now that should be very clean. If you now refresh it, it's much better. So literally if we need anything, we can actually able to add it one by one, but right now I think that is really great. So our sidebar is now very clean. Now I want to work for our header, and into this header area everything look like fine. Like there is some of the notification multiple message. Here we don't need it. Rest of everything will be same. So here if you want to update it, that is in our header. Now I want to go back to that our header. I don't need this our sidebar. Here I want to remove it. Now I want to go to that our admin body, and that is our header. And into this header area they have the so many things which things will be not needed. I want to remove it. like that is on the button, everything. That is actually 9 is for which one? Here if you go, that is actually the notification 9. Okay, so now that is a notification 9, the clear notification, and that is actually different type of notification, right? That is actually item. If you select this A is started, A is ended, so that is a different type of item. Okay, I only want to do, I want to take one item. Okay, one item I want to take it, and rest of all that item I want to minimize it. That is a one, that is another one, that is another one, that is also another one. If you select it, that is started, ended. Here I want to remove it. Okay, I want to simply remove all. And now if you click as a save all, now that should be only one. If you refresh it, now if you select it, it's much better. Right now there is only two, one and another one, two is visible, which is fine. Okay, and also that will be the same. Here we don't need to change anything. And footer I also want to change it. Here I want to go, right now header will be not needed. Header you can also do, like that is our all that menu. You can also take it everything into the little bit left side. Okay, here if you select this UL, that is a UL is started, UL is ended. I want to take it a little bit left side. That's actually really fine. Okay, now that is fine. Great. Now I click as a save all, and now I want to go back to that our footer. And for the footer here, I want to change it like as a not the theme. I want to use it as a easy learning LEARNING BD. Okay, bd.com, and then made with this one here, hard icon, and that's fine. Okay, now I click as a save all, and now if you go, that should be also updated. If you refresh it, made with by easylearningbd.com. Okay, so now fine. And now I want to update that our dashboard. Here only I want to take this our all that card, monthly salary, branch traffic, and this actually audience by time and date and most visited page. Both of this I want to do, I want to actually remove it. Okay, here if I want to remove it, we have to go to that our index, because this part I have loaded in our index, right? You can see that is our content part. And now from here, but I want to search it. I want to search it by the name as the audience by time and date. I want to simply search it by pressing that Control F, and here I want to search it, and you can see that is actually the name, and that is one of the row. You can see that is one of the row. If you minimize it, that is started this row and end this row. Simply I want to remove it. Okay. Now if you click as a save all, and now that is in our row area, that is actually two part, both of these that should be removed. Refresh it. Much better, right? So here friend, everything works successfully. I hope you like it very much. So right now our theme is totally clean, which is really great. And in our next video, I want to work for, like here, if you go to that our logout page, so that is not important, but a lot of students actually think about it, how can create that two-factor authentications in Laravel. So if I'm to the next video, I will execute this two-factor authentication. So here that will be actually execute like that way. Here when you put your appropriate email address, when you put the appropriate password, and after that logging, system will be send one of the email to your mail setup, which I have already done it before, and into this mail area that will be send one of the two-factor code, and with this code you have to log in. So it's very interactive, one of the things how you can set up the two-factor authentications in Laravel. In our next video, step by step I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.